Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Yes. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat.
How it started versus how it ended. From looting to apprehended. This is what I'm saying, family. Y'all don't want to incriminate yourselves, nor do y'all want to end up like this, fam. The countdown continues. It's getting realer. More people desperate, scared, unprepared. Food stamps are about to be cut off for millions of Americans. Listen, y'all about to see the crash out happening on video. I'm gonna show it to y'all on video. Hopefully nobody sees it in person, right? Stock up on your groceries now so you're not in the midst of the calamity. I don't want to talk too much. I want to show y'all all the clips, family. Y'all already know what to do. If you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. Just a couple more days. Just a couple more. Stores like Walmart already prepared. They're taking the necessary measures. We're gonna see other stores following right along. All right, let's get into it.
So a Walmart employee made a video today, and he really works at Walmart, guys. He's really a Walmart employee. He even showed himself at Walmart and showed footage.
Boy, they tore that store up.
He actually showed footage today of people going inside of Walmart.
It's a whole car
on this October 17th, Saturday, 2025, rioting, running out of Walmart with baskets of groceries, knocking people down. They said the police was everywhere, man. And I'm hearing that this is due to the SNAP benefits getting cut off. Now, if this is actually happening in the month of October, we're not even in a month of November where Thanksgiving starts at. So if this is really happening in October, I cannot wait to see what the month of November is going to look like as it edges closer to Thanksgiving, even though Thanksgiving is towards the end of the month next month. And you already got riots going on Walmart. I don't know, man.
I don't know either. Look, they got people driving a car through the store. I ain't gonna lie, Walmart might have to go ahead and get officers at the door to do pat downs. They gonna have to treat it like it's the club. Pat everybody down, make sure they don't got no gun on them. I'm being for real. They might have to do that. Because if people gonna be stealing, what robber go and rob without a gun?
It ended up really bad. The decisions to shut the government down, and not just to shut the government down, but to actually have all these people scared and in hysteria thinking that they may not get their SNAP benefits. Them kids need that WIC. They need that milk. These people need those food stamps to fill their refrigerators and their pantries up. Now, I do know a lot of people do abuse the system, but there are some legit people out here who do not abuse the system, man. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this riot at Walmart. You guys can actually look it up. Just type in riot at Walmart. It's going on. The guy actually showed clips of what was going on inside Walmart. And I know people could Photoshop stuff, but you can't Photoshop a video like that. He said that it was horrible. He said it was so horrible that he ended up going home early because they had them in the parking lot cleaning up stuff out the parking lot, bags of chips that was all over the ground, packs of meat that was all over the ground from people running to their cars. They said one truck pulled up. They dumped a bunch of stuff in the back of the truck while being chased by loss prevention, and the truck sped off and hit a tree or something.
Wow. Look, I don't blame the employee for going home early. I wouldn't want to be in the midst of that either. What I said wow to was they tried to get away and hit a tree. So if y'all like watching body cam footage YouTube channels, it's going to be some good body cam footage hitting the net real soon. It's gonna be all type of good videos stealing from Walmart, and y'all know I'm gonna react to them. Breaking news: Walmart stores nationwide are reportedly on high alert ahead of November 1st in order for them to protect their products. Let me show y'all the measures that Walmart got to take. It's sad. Y'all just read the words on the screen. I'm gonna fast forward it. It's music on the clip, but I'm gonna still fast forward it for copyright reasons. Look how they got to do the meat, y'all. I don't know what that's called. I'm going to call it barbed wire. Y'all go in on me in the comments. That's a joke. But look, they got to put barbed wire on the meat. I done seen it all. That's really theft-proof protection for the meat. They had to even lock up the Kool-Aid. The 42-cent Kool-Aid got to get locked up too. Do y'all think stores will remain highly protected like this after November? Or do y'all think this is temporary? I don't know. I do know that the government is doing this intentionally. They're intentionally crashing their systems, crashing the economy at the same time, simultaneously, for panic, for chaos. As y'all know, out of chaos brings order. They getting ready for the National Guard to hit the streets. I bet you. Sorry, y'all might not know, but the government actually wants people to freak out. They want Americans on their last leg, last dollar. They want panic in the streets so they can roll out the new monetary system, so they can roll out the digital ID, right? They're going to say for security reasons. We now have to use biometrics. It's unsafe going to stores. It's unsafe outside. So you have to verify who you are because crime is through the roof. It's going to be something like that. They're definitely going to say it's for security reasons. The reason that the digital ID becomes mandatory, as well as you have to authenticate yourself in everything that you do using your biometrics. Y'all better believe that. If it don't come the end of this year, it's coming next year. It's definitely coming next year. That's the roadmap for it next year. The timeline that's designated 2026 through 2027. By 2030, it'll be the whole world.
I guess they're cutting off my week too. They took my family's first. I get 0 child support from either one of my baby daddies. 0. I have applied for so many at-home jobs, it's ridiculous. I don't have a car. Even if I could get a job, I don't have a babysitter. I applied for child care help, and they told me I couldn't get it because I didn't have a job. I can't get a job because I don't have a babysitter. Y'all make your little jokes and shit. We're gonna be hurting this month. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out though. I always do. I will. You should be ashamed of yourself though. Cracking jokes and shit ain't funny.
Major update about snaps for November for all the 45 million recipients. We just got some very, very interesting information, as this entire picture of what is going on with SNAP benefits is not accurate as to why people will not be receiving them. The government shutdown is not why people won't be getting them. And I need you guys to like, share, comment, repost, get this information out so that we can educate people on what their choices are and were that led up to 45 million Americans not being able to receive supplemental income for food benefits. Thing about this administration is it is very underhanded and sneaky. While you're watching the right hand, the left is smacking you in the fucking face. And that is what's happening to the American people. Everyone believes that the government shutdown is what is causing this lapse and even the end of all SNAP benefits. But here's what it actually is. I need you guys to know that the people who are in charge in distributing the SNAP benefits are the same people that you see of the Trump administration that are loyal to him and do his bidding. Now, I want you to listen closely to this statement from the Secretary Rollins of the head of the FDA who Trump put in place. And watch how it's a very conniving thing to say, and if you're dumb, you might miss it. Secretary Rollins made a claim that the Trump administration is unable to deliver November SNAP benefits during a shutdown. Now, the claim is being made is that there is no food stamps because the program at this moment does not exist. The agency is telling states that if they do pay out SNAPs for November, they will not be reimbursed that money. Now, the agency is saying that this month there is not enough money to pay full food SNAPs benefits in November if the lap in federal funding continues. And here's where shit gets interesting. There is a shutdown contingency plan. There is a reserve for this very reason that the people who distribute SNAP food stamps have, and it's $6 billion. That $6 billion in the contingency funds is supposed to be used in evidence like this, a government shutdown, if there's a pause in federal funding, i.e. right now. But the Trump administration is saying they will not pay it out because they want the Democrats to side with them on this health care bill that will fuck us either way. Long story short, they are using the food that Americans need to put in their mouth, supplemented income, to literally blackmail the fucking Democrats into signing this bill.
Like I said, it's engineered intentionally. That's proof right there. Proof in the pudding. It's engineered intentionally by those that y'all voted in office. Y'all know both sides work for the same entity, no matter who you vote for. That's why I don't believe in politics. Either way, their plan is to play you, not save you. What they want to do is control everyone. That's what they want. Mass surveillance society, digital dictatorship. That's what they want. And we're getting closer. That's why all of this is happening. It's stepping stones towards that agenda. The 500 billion AI governance plan. Probably more. It's probably going to cost even more than that. That's just the budget for AI in the big beautiful bill. Let alone there are other plans that they have that they're not speaking on right now that y'all will find out later that are part of Agenda 2030. It's all a part of the SDGs. It seems they have no money for nothing other than was unnecessary, as well as automating all services through AI. AI governance. There will be 1,100 different services. Every citizen's data will go into the AI infrastructure that they build, and it will have complete control over everyone and everything. They're building a mass surveillance society. That's all it is.
They have backup funds. They have $6 billion in contingency plan money to pay out that food stamp balance on November for recipients that is strictly there as a reserve, and they're denying doing that. They will not do that. They're saying, no, that $6 billion for contingency is not going to be used. This is not the fault of the Democrats. These are the Republicans holding people's livelihood at a fucking dangle because they want to end what they call Obamacare. So please spread the message and the information so that when November 1st comes and we have hungry people, we know who we need to go deal with.
So what's going on with food stamps about to run out? 42 million Americans who depend on the SNAP or Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program to eat, to survive. That's going to run out on Saturday? Yep. And let me explain. So right now, if you go to the U.S. Department of Agriculture website, it says, quote, Senate Democrats have now voted 12 times to not fund the food stamp program, also known as SNAP. Bottom line, the well has run dry. We're approaching an inflection point for Senate Democrats. They can continue to hold out for health care for illegal aliens and gender mutilation procedures, or reopen the government so mothers, babies, and the most vulnerable among us can receive critical nutrition assistance. That's quite a stark description of the reason that the government is shut down. Democrats say they're doing it to restore Medicaid benefits and also to continue the extension of the Obamacare subsidy so people can afford health insurance, which expires at the end of the year. But be that as it may, Democrats say, wait a second, there is a contingency fund for food stamps. And in fact, you can go back on the Wayback Machine and find a memo from all the way back just on September 30th of this year, so not really that long ago, that says congressional intent is evident that SNAP's operation should continue since the program has been provided with multi-year contingency funds to ensure that the state can continue operations during a federal government shutdown. Multi-year contingency funds available to fund participant benefits in the event that a lapse occurs in the middle of the fiscal year.
I just want to show y'all how they are rewriting history, rewriting what is constitutional, because they're doing things that's unconstitutional. They're doing things that goes against the agreements that were already in place. They're reversing what was and changing everything to fit their structure, how they want it to be, right? It's like, oh no, even though that was policy, even though that's how it's supposed to work, we gonna change that up. It's not gonna work like that no more. We just gonna say, yeah, y'all not getting paid for working during the government shutdown. Neither are we gonna provide food assistance, even though we're supposed to. There's supposed to be a multi-year contingency fund. So therefore, that was a lie. Where's the fund? Where's all the money at? But they're not going to address that, and they're not going to have to. This is why I keep telling people, the government ain't for you. It's not for us. This world really not what people think. And it really don't operate how people think it does. I'm hoping people start to see. I'm hoping people start to wake up. No matter who you vote for, it does not matter. It's not a race thing either. It's not black versus white. It's them versus us. In layman terms, that's the best way I could put it.
That's a Trump Agricultural Department memo from September 30th, but it's no longer on their website. And I asked USDA, what's up with that? And they said, oh, that's an iterative document.
Now look at that. It's no longer on the website. They took it off the website. Backspace, gone. So just because they took it off the website, it's no longer mandatory. It's no longer operational now. Okay.
I said, what does that mean? They said it's constantly changing. They
Told
no
you.
longer think it's true. They think that their current legal analysis, which they acknowledge many disagree with, is that these funds are only for the event of a natural disaster, even if this September 30th document says it's for a government shutdown or can be used for a government shutdown. Democrats say that the Trump administration is changing their interpretation of the law so they can use the hunger of 42 million Americans to pressure Democrats to vote to reopen the government. The Trump administration says, no, that's not true. This is just their legal interpretation, and Democrats should vote to reopen the government because these are vital nutrition programs. In any case, what's going to happen is, unless something changes, 42 million Americans are at risk of going hungry.
The government is changing their interpretation of the law. They got that much power to change the law. They're rewriting words, giving them different definitions and everything behind the scenes. Changing the law up. Don't got to go to court. The Masons control the courts too, right? And your politicians are Masons. So people be like, oh, sue them. They're not going to lose. The courts will be on their side. This video like a red pill video. Those that are still attached to the illusion that a politician, president, is here to actually do good, this video should challenge that for you. They're some of the most sinister people around. And especially if you believe in the scriptures and the Most High, you should understand that we don't really believe in the government. Let's just put it like that. We don't trust these people. They are the enemy. They are doing Hashatan, the devil's work. Not the Most High. Sorry to tell you. Look, family, drop a comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this video, man. 42 million Americans are about to go hungry. There's about to be looting. There's about to be mass violence. We're a couple days away. I appreciate y'all for watching. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one.